Hello and welcome back to Friends Across the Nation. Thank you for coming and joining us today. You're never going to guess who I got with me today. Again, across the nation. Tammy Marasia, all the way from Denver. Welcome, Tammy. Thank you for being on Friends Across the Nation.
Thank you, Tammy Noll. Welcome from Denver, Colorado.
As you all can tell, we know each other. Just to give you a little bit of background from what I can remember, and then I'll let Tammy share. We actually met the year that Kay Merg was the chair of the ambassador committee. And wow, did we hit it off. Talk about TNT dynamite. I don't know who was bouncing the hardest around the convention center that time, but we had a fabulous time serving under Kay Merg. And just, as what Women's Council does best, our relationship just bonded immediately. And we have kept in touch at least once a week since that day, gone to conventions together. But that's what I remember. Tammy, what do you remember about how we met?
I remember how cute you sound with your little accent. And I was like, oh, I want me some more of that. It's that little blonde cutie over there. And sincere, right? We're running around being ambassadors for Women's Council. And, you got this sign behind you that says inspire. Yeah. My gosh, you are a package of inspire, let me tell you. So I just had to cling to someone like you, like-minded folk.
It was a fabulous year. And then we ended up having the opportunity of serving as regional vice presidents for Women's Council together. Fabulous time together, during COVID. I mean, who would have thought? So we went from thinking we were all going to be together to having to do caucuses via Zoom. And it took a collaborative effort from all of the RVPs. And if I didn't tell you then, I will tell you now. Honored to serve with you. You've done a fabulous job as a regional vice president. And we, of course, just continue to grow in our relationship. And I have you on today because, man, I heard, you're in Georgia, but I hear some things all the way in. I mean, you're in Denver, excuse me, and I'm in Georgia, but I've heard some things, through the grapevine. And I've heard that you started your own brokerage. Can you share with me a little bit about this brokerage and what's the name of the brokerage?
Yes, I blew it up and I have my own brokerage. Oh my God, I'm so excited, right? Now, it came with a little bit of scared, a little shake of scared with a lot of excited, in that mix. But the name is Live Your Life Realty.
Love it.
Yeah, super excited, Tammy.
Live Your Life Realty. Now, have you always wanted to open your own brokerage, or did you just wake up one morning and say, I'm going to do it?
You talked about us serving together, as our RVPs. I met so many women and men that are very strong brokers out there. And no, not at first was that, ever in I was going to just retire, someone else do everything. Let me just, concentrate on my clients. But COVID hit and I saw all these people like excel tremendously, grow. We had to grow, we had to pivot. And man, so did I, with a lot of help from my friends. Okay. So I saw women opening and men opening brokerages during COVID. And I was like, wow. I mean, you want to talk about taking a leap of faith. And, the time, we had so much more time to think about what was important to us. And all I kept hearing is live your life. Live your life. That's all I kept hearing. And then again, I got the idea, well, I got to do this on my own. I've been with so many companies, a few companies more like it. And I learned some great things from them, but with my collaboration, with, my peers that I, trust and admire, they helped me. And I just kept hearing, do it on your own, which I hadn't heard for like 16 years. I heard it during COVID, do it on your own.
That is awesome. And you're so right. One thing that we did have during COVID was that downtime.
Mhm.
Maybe we needed that reset for just a minute in our businesses, because you had an opportunity to relook at your business plan, because obviously your business model changed, your business plan changed. I mean, we were essential workers here in Georgia. That didn't come right away, but when it did, we were right back out to business. A little bit different, you know, how we do the market now. However, we went right back out. Some states could not reopen. Some to this day are still not able to go out and do what they do as a profession. So they've had to learn to regroup. So I'm so glad that you took that leap of faith. Because live your life, if I'd have heard that, I would have been, okay, time to retire. I'm headed down to the beach. I got you. I got the message, you know, but your message was live your life your way and do your brokerage your way. Now, what is the vision for this new brokerage, and what makes you stand out from all the other brokerages?
You know, I've been doing this for years, but it really came up. I noticed that the way that I, interact with my clients, like, I don't ask them about 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. I ask them, how is their life? Where do they like to go? Are they hikers? Do they spend their time at home? How am I always, striving to do better by listening to my clients and again, about their life. And so as I noticed, again, this evolved that's the type of broker I am. And I noticed that other agents would probably be this type of mindset also, because I had people coming to me saying, wow, Tammy, you're pretty good, at what you do, and they were lifting me up. And so I figured, you know what, let's share this with more clients on how we do that, to really listen, to them, strive to be better. And then in turn, lift my realtor pals up, because I'm a teacher. I
True.
thankfully, enjoy it. I love helping others. So it's a natural marriage for me. And then, with my clients and other realtor pals.
That's awesome. So I heard something really special about your meetings. How do you conduct your business meetings? Because let me tell you, when we have a business meeting, we all get into the same room, and we have our computers up and we're looking at the podium. And on Zoom now, some of us have our cameras on and some of us don't. But I'm hearing that yours is really being taken to a different level. What can you talk to me about that?
So, years ago, I started this plan. I read a book called The Go-Giver, and it's how I do my business, meaning how I handle clients and how I strive. And it's about giving, not looking at numbers and what I'm going to get back. But in one of these sections, they had this lady who was a great teacher, but wanted to teach more folks. So she decided to pair up with a software engineer. She made some really great choices. She now teaches across the world to people with her software, right? That helps more than one child. So in that, she also has a company where you come and you go ahead and paint. Like, so if you're a web designers, or you're a Fortune 500, you come in, you start painting when you're starting to maybe do budget planning or something, because you want to use the right side of your brain. You want to be more creative,
That's
right?
true.
So
Yeah.
in turn, I'm like, hey, I love that. And so I asked my brokers if, could we do that? Would you mind? So our first meeting, which just happened
Yeah.
last month, was the first meeting, we went to a pottery place. And as I went over the real estate statistics and, the things that we need to be doing contracts, how to be very, poignant on getting contracts, through. So we went over all that, but we were doing outdoor pottery, right? Because
Love it.
something, every one of us is going to be outdoor this summer, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to move around. So we might be a Top Golf in this, but we'll do our, real estate work out in having fun, I
I
guess.
love
More
that.
creative.
I love that. And I mean, I could just imagine seeing them working on the pottery, but at the same time, you're teaching them and educating them. I guarantee nobody misses a board meeting. Or, you mean like I would not miss that. I would be, because I do believe that we have to look at our creative side. Yes, we understand the numbers. The numbers are really important, but behind every number is a person.
Right.
And we have to look at those people. A lot of things that I've been hearing in the marketplace is that these big companies are not talking so much about the numbers and talking more to the people and about the people. Like I always say, how are you? How are you doing? I see your numbers, because I'm the person that does the business and development for Better Homes and Gardens here in Georgia. So I see your numbers, but I know what your numbers are. How are you? How are you doing? And that, I think, is sort of the concept that you're doing. And I love it. I really do. And I think that you're going to be very successful. How many agents do you have currently with you right now? And are you looking for any new ones? Because now's a great time to tell, because you are live on Facebook.
Yes, I am always looking to talk to folks to see, what their lifestyle's about and where their goals are. And are we a good fit?
Yeah.
Because, again, I want to make sure that, you're this type of person that wants to, again, be part of someone's lifestyle, but not just about selling a house. Right.
That's awesome.
And the same for the agents. So I have 3 agents, and I'm 1 month old in the business, and I'm really, really grateful, for that. But I'll probably be maybe a 25. I think I'll be maybe a 25, person brokerage, but who knows? I mean, if you want to feel loved, you're going to come to my brokerage, and I'm not sure everyone's feeling loved. So I might get bigger because, I just care about the brokers and making them succeed.
Absolutely. And you do care. I know that about you. Anything that you put your mind to, your heart is there before your mind is there. That's the Tammy that I know. You have always been that kind of leader. You're a transformational leader. So many women follow you because you are transforming to them. And I know that's what attracted me to you right away. I mean, you just were that person that if somebody was having a certain kind of day, you always were there to lift them up and build them. So let me ask you this other question. If you had to give somebody a piece of advice, some practical advice for starting their own brokerage, what would you say to them?
The first thing is dream big. I got to tell you, you can do it. You can do it. But also make sure that you get, your collaboration along the line, right? Don't just jump in and not ask for help, right? So I had so many people that I could ask for help. A good real estate attorney, a must, right?
Yeah.
A good bookkeeper, a must, right? Now, I know you can do certain things, but again, if you're going to focus on something that's, different, and, you have to spend a lot of time on nurturing that. Just like when I started real estate, in 17 years ago, I had to be really focused on that. So just bring in your partnerships, and then make sure that you're getting maybe a coach, to do that. But number one, call me. I'll help you.
There you go. Free advice. That's what you love about Women's Council. So going into the Women's Council, because obviously this is Friends Across the Nation, and it's my Women's Council Friends Across the Nation and business associates and partners. Would you say that your time in Women's Council and being a part of Women's Council has led you to this point today? Because obviously we are known for building leaders. We're known for people stepping out and going into that next leadership journey. Would you say that Women's Council had some things to do with this new venture for you?
No, they had nothing to do with it. That's good.
We're about to disconnect this broadcast.
Total fib. No, I got to tell you, man, I have been, thankfully, a self-motivated chica, right, man? Yeah. I can get stuff done, but when you do it all on your own, you really can only get to a ceiling, right? It's really hard to break through that ceiling. And, lucky enough, I had a title rep tell me about, for 3 years, get to this women's council, get to it. And the minute I walked in, I mean, I really felt the love. I felt giving. I felt the laughter and hope where I fit in. Now, I'm hoping that you fit in too, that you can grow. If it's just going to be, the fiercest age